This is not a drill, Commanderston. Are you ready for the earthquake that Adam Peters is about to unleash in Washington? Turn up the volume because what's coming is cataclysmic. First shockwave, Chris Godwin is coming to burgundy and gold. You know what that means? A short route tornado. McLaurin will be flying free, Jaden Daniels will have his arsenal, and third down conversions will no longer be a nightmare. But is it worth paying millions for a 29-year-old WR when the draft is loaded with talent? The decision that will define the Daniels era. But hold up. As we speak, another name is exploding on the radar, T Higgins. Do they really want $30 million a year for a WR with more injuries than highlights? Don't get fooled, Burgundy fans. Higgins shines, but can he survive 17 weeks of NFL action or will he leave Daniels stranded? Watch out for that desperate move. There are rookies like Emeka Egbuka who could give you 3-for-1 in value. And here comes the main course. Jeremy Chin isn't leaving. The safety who revived our defense, 117 tackles, remember, wants his check, and according to Dan Graziano, he's getting it. 3 years, $18 million. Risk? False. At $6 million a year, it's a steal compared to top 10 safeties. Alongside Quan Martin, they'll form the most lethal tandem in the NFC. The masterstroke? Balance. Spending on Godwin/Higgins without neglecting the trenches or defense. Can Peters pull it off? Subscribe now and find out in 3, 2, 1. Which side of history will the Commanders be on in 2025? Let no one doubt it, Commanders fans. Are we just one move away from becoming serious Super Bowl contenders? Here's the breaking news. The tsunami is coming. Why am I shaking the table today? Because Tyler Brooke from the 33rd team just dropped a bomb. Chris Godwin could be suiting up in burgundy and gold. Now let me ask you, is this the kind of move that takes US from fighting in the NFC Championship to lifting the Lombardi Trophy? I say yes, but listen up. Jaden Daniels wasn't just good in his rookie year, he was historic. He led this team to the conference final with a receiving core that fell apart. Diami Brown, Noah Brown, Crowder, Zach O's. All gone. And who's left? Just Terry F-16 McLaurin flying solo against double coverage. That's about to change, folks. Adam Peters has $78 million in cap space. $78 million to give Daniels what he deserves. Godwin isn't just any WR2, he's a short route tornado. 35 receptions on 41 targets within 9 yards, 357 yards, 200 after the catch. Picture it, McLaurin exploding deep, Godwin shredding the middle, and Jaden Daniels making decisions with this weaponry. This is like strapping nitro to a Lamborghini. But here's the hard question. Is it worth dropping a fortune on a 29-year-old LD receiver when the draft is packed with young talent? There's the debate. On one hand, Godwin delivers immediately, and this team no longer has time for projects. On the other, wouldn't it be better to invest in the offensive line to protect our franchise QB? Say what you want, but Adam Peters has to play four-dimensional chess. Here's my verdict. If we sign Godwin, this team takes a major leap. A receiver who converts third and fourth downs, sustains drives, and takes attention OFF Terry. This isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Because, I repeat, Daniels can't keep escaping sacks, just TO look for Jamison Crowder as his primary option. And now, I'm throwing the question that will set the comments on fire, is Chris Godwin the ultimate upgrade? Or should we go for a younger receiver in the draft? I want to see passion. Shout cut the check for Godwin, or draft a wideout, Adam. This is the time to build a dynasty. And you? Which side are you on? T Higgins, the Bengals star receiver, is now on the Commanders' radar. Yes, you heard that right. But should they take the risk? I'm telling you, don't get too excited just yet. Look, I know you're fired up. Imagine Higgins lining up with Terry McLaurin and Jaden Daniels. But let me ask you this, is it really worth paying more than $30 million a year for a player who hasn't proven consistency? I don't think so. Where's the logic here? Higgins has flashy numbers, sure, he's had 1,000-yard seasons, but you know what else he has? Recurring injuries and missed games. Do you want a big-time player or an expensive medical liability? And don't give me that's just the market excuse. If they pay him $30 million, say goodbye to flexibility for defensive reinforcements. Have we forgotten that this team desperately needs a cornerback? Or a linebacker to shut down the run game? We can't dump all our money into one receiver. So what options do the Commanders have? I've got the answer. Go after a young prospect in the draft. What about Emeka Egbuka? Fresh talent, team-friendly contract, and growth alongside McLaurin. Or even a veteran like Brandon Cooks or Amari Cooper. Experience, leadership, and won't break the bank. Listen closely. If Higgins agrees to 24 to 28 million, seal the deal. But if he demands more, let him walk. We can't repeat past mistakes. Have we already forgotten contracts that drowned this team? Cough, Albert Haynesworth, cough. And now for the big question, is Higgins really the piece Washington needs? Or just a flashy name distracting us from real needs? Drop your takes in the comments. Would you gamble on Higgins or bet on the future with Egbuka? Commanders, it's time to act with intelligence, not desperation. If they overspend, this franchise will stay in the abyss. And I'm saying it loud and clear, no fear, no filters. Do you know what just happened in Washington? Jeremy Chinn might be staying, and this changes everything. Are we witnessing a masterstroke or an overpriced mistake? I'm bringing you the truth, no sugarcoating. Listen up. Jeremy Chinn, the safety who revamped our defense last season. 117 tackles, an absolute beast on the field. And now they want to extend him? Of course. But at what price? Now tell me, is it worth investing $18 million over 3 years in a player no one wanted back in 2023? According to ESPN's Dan Graziano, it's almost a done deal. Chinn, who arrived for just $4.1 million, became the heartbeat of this defense. Remember when Carolina had written him off? Washington brought him back to life. Dan Quinn and Joe Wood Jr. put him right where he thrives: size, speed, and killer instincts. But be careful. If Chinn asks for more than $6 million per season, would that be a risk? I'm telling you no. Compared to other safeties, he'd be the 11th highest paid. It's a steal. Plus, alongside Quan Martin, they've formed a telepathic tandem. Breaking up that chemistry now? That'd be a crime. And don't forget the most important thing, continuity. The Commanders are in a rebuilding phase, but what's the point in swapping out 53 players every year? Chinn already knows the system, he's a leader, and at 26 years old, his best football is still ahead of him. That said, Adam Peters won't throw money away. If Chinn demands absurd figures, let him walk. But according to Graziano, both sides want a deal. The perfect play? Retaining him without tying up the payroll. To keep signing more talent in free agency. And here's my key question, is Jeremy Chinn the piece that turns this defense into a top 5 unit? Or is he just a momentum player who doesn't deserve a long-term commitment? I believe he's the future of the secondary. Commanders Chinn, sound off. Should Chinn be extended at any cost, or should they let him walk if he asks for too much? This decision will define the future of the franchise. And remember, if Peters keeps him, this defense will be terrifying in 2025. Commanders Chinn, listen up. First debate, would signing Chris Godwin be the definitive boost for our offense, or a mistake by passing on an explosive young receiver like Malik Neighbors in the draft? Do you trust veteran experience, or do you demand a bold future with fresh talent? Second hot question, would T Higgins truly elevate Terry McLaurin into an unstoppable threat, or is he just a flashy name distracting us from more urgent needs, like fortifying the offensive line? What matters more, offensive fireworks or protecting Jaden Daniels? The defensive dilemma, does Jeremy Chinn deserve a big payday? Loyalty to a key player, or the guts to reset with new pieces? Commanders Nation, if you want raw, unfiltered debates, bold analysis, and a community united by burgundy and gold, subscribe now and drop your take in the comments. Are we ready to rise as contenders, or are we still stuck in mediocrity? And remember, hail to the Redskins!